Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day. And as you can see from the title, we are going to be doing some interior plastic painting. And all these parts, these little parts that we're about to paint, they're all from my 2013 GMC Sierra. If you're new to the channel, I've been doing a little build series on that truck on this channel for a little bit now. And then in the last video I posted, I showed you guys the headliner that I had redone in black, and now I'm going to be spraying the rest of the little trim pieces that go around the safety belts and a couple of the handles. I'm just going to be showing you guys my process on how I did it. So, because it worked out pretty well for me last time, they came out pretty good. So, I'll show you guys everything that I got. So basically, I got some Duplicolor, the adhesion promoter. I got some grease and wax remover. I also got some denatured alcohol, and I also got a little bit of just rubbing alcohol right there. And then the paint we are going to be using is an SEM classic coat. It's a flexible coating. That stuff's it's a little more, I think it's about the same price as the Duplicolor, but that's just what my paint supplier sells, like where I get all my paint supplies. Like when I did the truck, he had SEM and he stands by it, so that's what I bought. But I'm sure Duplicolor stuff is probably just as good. Here are the pieces that we're going to be painting. This is just for the safety belt trim that goes up on the headliner. Got the two handles, and then right here I do have, these are the little lights that go on your sun visors around the lights. So I am going to be painting those black because these are plastic. I got, like, this is just a tub of hot soapy water, and a scuff pad to help clean off that. And then I did want to throw this in here because I did do this. So before I came out here, I put all these little plastic pieces in the dishwasher and ran them in a cycle. So I did do that. I did want to put that in there. So that's also an option. I didn't damage the plastic at all or nothing. So just another step, but I'm still going to take you guys through the other cleaning process that I did. Be putting these in here, dunking all these in here. And then I'm going to be taking this scuff pad and I'm just going to scrub like everything. And I might do that, maybe I might do it like 2-3 times, take it out, dry it off, do it again, because like I said, you got years of people touching, they got lotion on their hands, they got people spray Armor all on there. You really, and like that plastic, it's textured, so you want to get all that oil off, everything good. This is like, once we go to painting goes quick because this paint dries really quick. Like, you'll have this painting done in probably 20 minutes, if that, maybe a half hour, because we're doing small pieces. But you really want to spend the majority of the time right now cleaning this. So that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm going to scrub up all these in here really, really good. And then when I get done with that, I'll get back with you guys and we'll go to the next step. So that was the first step in the cleaning process. What I did, obviously you've seen, I scrubbed each individual piece in that bucket of soapy water. I repeated that process twice. So I scrubbed each individual piece, took it in the house, rinsed them off, and then I did that again twice. So just to get clean them up really good. So then the next step is I'm gonna take this denatured alcohol, I'm gonna throw some gloves on, and then I'm really gonna wipe all the pieces down, get in the crevices really good, everything. I'm gonna do that. If there's any more oil on it, anything that dish detergent left behind. So, and that's another big thing too. After you wash it, do the soapy water and everything, you want to make sure you dry the pieces out pretty good. I just blew them down with my air compressor. I just took the air hose and just blew them down. I got them all wiped down with denatured alcohol, pretty good. And like I said, I was wearing gloves just so if I had any type of sweat or anything on my hands, it wouldn't get back on the plastic. Now, like I said, these are pretty clean, like I said. So, like I said, if you touch it, you'd know if they're clean, once they start feeling kind of rough and dry. So it's kind of like what you want. If it was kind of smooth, kind of there was a waxy thing on there, that means you might still have to clean it a little more. So right now they're kind of I'm not going to touch it, but I mean, they're feeling nice and dry. If I kind of ran my hand on it, it wouldn't feel like there was a protectant or a slick on there, so that's good. So like I said, the cleaner you get these, the better that paint's gonna stick. So like I said, take your time cleaning it. The more time you take cleaning it, the better it's gonna come out in the end. You're not gonna get little spots on it because where you didn't clean it good. All right, so I got all the pieces kind of set up so I could spray them. For these, there is a spring in here and I couldn't get out, so I had to shove that nut in there. So it'd keep the handle open so I could spray all this. I'm not really too concerned about getting a whole lot of paint in there, like back in here anyway, because I mean you really can't see it. So then I got these little bushings on there to kind of help keep them up. And then you can see I got this just sitting on some screws. That's sitting on some screw. I got some painter's tape kind of holding that down. And then here are the 4 little trim pieces. Kind of just got that sitting on some cardboard right there. Last step before spraying is I'm gonna use this grease and wax remover. I'm gonna go through and wipe everything down. I'm gonna throw some gloves on. I'm gonna wipe it down and before I spray. So that's the final step right here. It's always good to do that right before you spray it, even though it was clean pretty well and I was using gloves messing with all this stuff, but never hurts to go the little extra mile. I mean, like I said, there might be something on there and you want to get it off. You don't want to mess up your paint job. So I'm just going to explain the whole process on this just right now. So when I put it in time lapse, I can just do the whole thing. I don't have to keep keep stopping and explaining it. It's pretty easy. So, and then after I grease and wax, remove everything, I'm going to go in with this adhesion promoter. Basically, last time I only did like 2 mist coats. You ain't got to go too crazy with the adhesion promoter, and you wait about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes in between each coat. And it says on the can to apply the top coat within 10 minutes of spraying it. So then after I get 2 mist coats on everything of this, after about 10 minutes, then I'm gonna go in with, you know, the black. And then I think it was about 3 coats last time it took to cover everything good. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get everything cleaned up, and then I'm gonna get everything sprayed up. And after I get everything sprayed up, I will be back with you guys, show you guys the finished product. So. Got the 4th and final coat on. They've been sitting for about an hour, and I just wanted to show you guys the finished product. So here's the one safety belt trim piece. Came out pretty good. Covered very well. Like, it's dry to the touch right now, but I wouldn't recommend really handling this stuff fully. They say at least 24 hours, but like I said, I'd recommend couple days if you can let this sit in a nice environment for a couple days to really let this stuff harden up. And then here are the handles. The handles came out good, really good actually. Unfortunately with the handles I did have, because like this piece right here where it clips in or where it screws into the headliner, for some reason this one has a spring in it and then this one doesn't. So it's just like when you pull the handle down, you let go, it goes back up. So this one had a spring in it, so that's why I had those nuts in there to like kind of keep it open so I could get some paint in there. And then after I got good coverage in there and the paint kind of, I gave it time to set up and all that, I took that nut out and shut that. So then I was able to get, you know, just like there's no like spots where there's no paint. I just wanted good coverage. And obviously, you know, back here like that goes into the headliner, so I'm not really too worried about that. But anywhere that you see, so now it's like when you get in the truck, it's not, you're not gonna have like a spot like where it's not like painted. And then here are the little trim pieces that go on the light on the visor. Those are pretty easy to cover. I painted those, and I did, like, obviously you can see I did end up hanging the handles up. I did have them down here. but I figured it'd probably just be easier to hang them up and spray them instead, because if I would have left them down here, I would have had to have, like, you know, it would have just been kind of a pain getting the bottom. And like I said, I just didn't want to have like no spots that were not touched. I was trying to get as much coverage as I can, just so it looks, you know, just so it looks kind of factory. You don't want to get in there and tell like, oh, look, someone painted this because look, they missed a spot. So it's my truck. I'm trying to take some pride in it. So that's why, like, you know, like I said, I'm really happy. Came out pretty good. I had no problems with adhesion. I had no like little reaction spots. If anyone paints, you know that if you get like little spots when you paint it, like it would just like kind of like when you spray it, if there's like oil or like anything, if it's not gonna adhere, it's gonna get like, I don't know, like a fish eye or whatever you want to call it, and then it just looks like shit. So I'm glad I did not have that problem on any of these, because my cleaning process works really good. Like I said, the dishwasher, if you can, put the plastic pieces in the dishwasher, let it run, do a cycle, then come out, do the soapy water with the or with the scuff pad, do that really good, dry it off, go with the denatured alcohol or like any type of like solvent cleaner, like an acetone would probably work too. And then, or even a rubbing alcohol, you probably have to use the denatured alcohol. And then, like I said, right before you paint, come back with the grease and wax remover, really clean that up. And look, as you can see, I had zero problems. It adhered very well, so I'm super happy about that. I painted these like 2 weeks ago, and so these have been sitting in my house for the last couple weeks. So these are pretty much like, they're fully cured. And like, I did a scratch test on them. Like, I mean, they're kind of like, I don't want to dig into it, because obviously if you take like something like this and like, it ain't gonna, it's gonna, you know, it's not gonna hold up. But I'm just saying, like, overall, I think for like everyday use, and like a lot of this stuff is on the headliner, so you're not going to be like getting in and out, kicking your feet on the door panels and all that. So like I said, all this came out good. I just wanted to show you guys this too. I've only done this really a handful of times, and you see how well it turned out for me. So like I said, as long as like I said earlier in the video, you just really got to clean that stuff. The cleaner you get this stuff, the more time you spend prepping and cleaning, the better it's going to be. Like I said, and then obviously the way I did it, I put on like 2 light coats of the adhesion promoter, and then I came back with 4 coats of the paint, with the paint, I waited about 5 to 10 minutes in between coats, and then the adhesion promoter, I waited no more than 5 minutes. So that was the process I used. So I hope I was able to like help some people. And like I said, there are a bunch of videos out on YouTube on how to do this. So like I said, this is kind of just how I did it. So I just wanted to show you guys my process. That's really all I got for you guys today. If you made it this far in the video, if you liked the video, if you found it helpful, informational, you know, whatever, you know, please give it a thumbs up, and you know, leave a comment if you got any feedback. And if you don't want to miss future videos, you know, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I got a little build series going on right now of my 2013 GMC Sierra, which that's what all these parts are for that we just painted. So if you don't want to miss that, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to go back and check out previous videos of that truck, they're all on my channel. Go back and check them out so you can kind of see what we got going on. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and hope you guys all have a good day, and I will see you guys next time.